Hey guys, I want to give you a full-on makeup tutorial in case you want to see little bits here and there of how I do different parts of my makeup, or if you want to see the whole thing, here it is. So first of all, what I've got on my face right now is, well, this morning I put on the Rich Moisturizer Cream. Love it, love it. It feels so luxurious. And then next I'm going to put on the Strobe VFX Primer to prepare my face, get my makeup on, and have it stay for a long time. I love this. This is my favorite primer ever. It's creamy. It's also luxurious. I just love how it makes my face feel. It has a slight iridescent color to it. I mean, like really, really slight, so it's not gonna make your face look weird, but it just kind of gives it like this youthful look. Feels so good, so soft. I'll show you my fingers. They look so soft, so youthful. Excuse me. All right, next I've got my eye primer. I put my eye primer on my eyelids because my eyelids produce more oils than the rest of my face. So this primer is specifically for eyes. It helps you keep your eye makeup on for a long time. It's a little bit like stickier than the face primer, and that's what makes it good for the eyes. All right, that's on. Next, I'm going to use the color 01 Vanilla for VFX Pro Foundation. It's my absolutely favorite foundation. It stays on all day. It's great coverage. I like full coverage, so I put 2 coats on. I'm going to roughly apply this a little bit on my ears, pulling it down my neck. Got 1 coat on. I'm going to take my beauty sponge and just press it in, okay? Especially under my eyes, around my nose. The corners of my nose tend to get like creased, so I'm going to press it in to prevent that. I'm not swiping it, I'm just pressing it in. This goes on so well, so beautifully. If you got a little too much makeup in one place, you can dot it off with your sponge. Awesome. I'm going to put 1 more coat on. If you like 1 coat, go for it. Leave it just like that. I love, love, love full coverage. Love to cover up all my stuff. I go pretty far down my neck with this one because I like to blend it. This color matches really well down here on my chest, on my neck. My neck's a little bit lighter of a color, so that's why I like to pull it down. All right, I'm gonna take my sponge and press that in. Beautiful coverage, beautiful canvas. This foundation does not stay runny or wet. It starts drying, stays really well. Next, I'm gonna put on my concealer. I'm just gonna wipe my fingers off a little bit. Okay, I've got the light ivory concealer right here, 03. 03 liquid light ivory concealer. So what I do with my concealer is you can conceal imperfections. I always do under my eyes so they're not so dark. I also use it to start highlighting my face. So I put this, I used to put concealer on underneath my foundation. Now I always put it on top and blend it in because it acts as a highlighter. So I take this, sweep it under my eye, then draw a line down and kind of fill in this triangle here. Because this is where I really want to highlight my face. I'm going to hit all the places that when the light shines on you, when the sun shines on you, it naturally highlights you. That way in any lighting, indoor or outdoor, I'm going to look like my face is glowy. Okay, so I went under my eye, straight down, and then filled it in and kind of feathering it out here. Okay. Next, I'm going to do the bridge of my nose, straight down, little circle here at the tip, my Cupid's bow, little oval here on my chin, and then the last one, it's a little bit up on my forehead. Okay, so you can kind of just do a line here, here, and here, and then kind of feather it all in if you want, or just use that sponge and blend it all in. This concealer blends so well into my foundation. Again, I'm pressing. Hey, starting to catch the light. That's awesome, I love it. Last part of the concealer I want to do is put it on my eyelid because I like to brighten up my eyelids and prep them. Prep them for my eye makeup, just start them real nice and light. Just using my finger here. You can use your sponge. I just like how gentle I can be with my finger. Okay, so I brightened up my eyes. Next, I want to set everything so that it won't move. So I've got my transparent powder here. It works so good. I'm going to set everything that I put. This is the transparent powder. It looks white right here, but it goes on clear. Unless you use your sponge and you need to like lighten your foundation, maybe you got a little bit too dark, you can really pat it on there and then really pat it on your face and it will lighten the foundation up just slightly. I am going to go ahead and use this just because it's easiest for me under my eyes. So I can set that makeup right where I want it and it doesn't go into my creases, my fine lines that I have there. Same on my nose. That's where I have creases. Okay, so I'm setting that, and then I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush and brush it all over everything else. Again, I'm gonna hit the parts where I put the concealer first, so that doesn't go anywhere, so it's staying put. Staying nice and bright for me. Then I'm just gonna lightly brush over the other parts of my foundation just because I really like a matted look. If you don't like that, you don't have to do that. The foundation stays really well. Top of my eyes. All the way down my neck so everything's the same. Okay. Done with my whole foundation routine. I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows, which tends to be a little bit hard if I don't have my big mirror because I'm usually like holding my skin one way while I draw on and shape my eyebrows, but we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna use my little mirror for now and we'll see if I can get it done. This is the color 02. It's the light brown eyebrow liner. So with the eyebrows, it's ideal to have your eyebrow extend on this side, 45-degree angle, at a 45-degree angle from your corner of your eye. So I'm gonna take mine and extend them a little bit more this way. I've overplucked my eyebrows, that's why I'm reshaping them. And I'm gonna bring them just a little bit more this way as well. I'm not gonna go too far. The ideal is like to line it up with this corner of your eye, or just like keep your natural, your eyebrows start naturally is wonderful too. But if you've overplucked like me, I kind of reshape them a little bit. So I just go a little bit further that way because I like to keep a really natural look, and that's enough for me. That's enough for my preference. I'll say it like that. Okay, I'm gonna extend this that way. Okay, let's see if I can do it here. I don't know how well I'm doing using my camera phone. We'll go with that. I've outlined that eyebrow. And go ahead and do this side. You can just fill it all in. This is a little dark, so I like to use eyebrow powder next. Extending this eyebrow. Need a different lighting. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and fill in with eyebrow powder. Sometimes I kind of just dot this all around to blend in with the eyebrow powder later. I'm just gonna try something different today. Let me find the right brush I wanna use here. There we go. I'm just using a brush like this today. I got the light brown eyebrow powder here. When I have to hurry, I just put eyebrow powder over my existing eyebrows so that they frame my face and you can see them. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of look at it and see if I need to blend anywhere specifically, redraw anything specifically. And then also I like to take a brush like this and comb them out a bit. Seems to blend everything better together and lighten the color just slightly for me. And kind of brush your eyebrows to go the right direction that you need them to as well. This side I've got a little pointier right here than the other side, so I can kind of just soften that up a little bit. Or I can redraw. It's forgivable, which is great. I need that. There's a lot of eyebrow tutorials you can find on YouTube. This is just how I have found to work with my eyebrows, keeping them looking kind of natural and working with the skill level that I have for eyebrows. Okay, so I took a little bit off. I'm gonna add just a little more powder to fill in that spot that got really light. My kids are upstairs playing games. I do videos and then they can have a treat after. It works out. Okay, so after I've got my brows done, I like to take a clear brow mascara because this will keep my brows in place. The ones that are kind of longer and kind of move. Or if I take a nap, like, yeah, they just like move on my pillow. So this clear brow mascara, I just put one coat generally to get them a little bit wet. I kind of top off the excess liquid on my bottle so it's not like a ton, but I do want to get them a little bit wet at first. Go to this side. Let's see. Okay, and then the second time through, I'm really just trying to get my eyebrows to sit in the direction that I want to. So I'll go up first and then bring my eyebrows out. Up, and then I'll lay them going out. Okay, same for this side. Up. And out. Okay. And then to kind of keep my eyebrows like close to my face, I like to just run my finger over it lightly. Once. All right. I don't like plasticky or wet looking things, so sometimes I'll go in again with my eyebrow brush and comb and just kind of see if there's any spots that I need to fluff back out. If it looks too stiff, I do just kind of fluff it back out a little bit. But in general, like it still just holds its form really well. Okay. I'm gonna add just a little more powder now that I'm done, because because a couple spots got a little bit light. This is me just being a little picky. Sometimes I'm that way. Okay, if I have time, what I like to do next is take my concealer and line my eyebrows because it's another highlighting technique for them. So I'll just put a little bit of concealer like on my hand. And I'll take a flat brush like this. And I'll just dip it in and start at my arch. Taking a flat brush because it leaves like a small line, which is what I'm doing here. Start at my arch and just draw the line all the way down. It looks really weird at first. Like you're like, why do you have this really light line by your eyebrow? But once you get all your makeup on, it highlights the brow. Just like you can't even tell. Also, if you messed up somewhere and put too much powder or liner, eyebrow liner on, you can kind of clean it up here at this point. I messed up over here, so I'm going to clean that up. I go pretty light at the top. And I don't do this part right here. It's just my personal preference. I don't do that. Once I've got the line on there, I'm going to take my brush and just kind of diffuse the light line down my lid. So this blends it in, so you don't look like you have this really harsh line. Just going to look nice and clean, a little brightened. Okay, I'm going to the other side. Start at my arch. Really light at the top again. Once I hit this section of the arch, I just kind of just drag the leftovers on the top. Okay, so then I'm going to diffuse it all down onto my lid. It takes a little more time doing this, but I love the results. It's great if you're just really trying to go a little more glamorous on that day. Highlight your eyebrows. Okay. I love it when the eyebrows are done. I don't know, I just kind of just celebrate a little bit. I think eyebrows are hardest for me to do, but it just takes practice, patience, and then you get it, you pick it up. Okay, so next I'm gonna do eyeshadow. I'm gonna use the full set here from the 05 Vintage Season of eyeshadows. I'm gonna take a fluffy blending brush, and I'm gonna take the lightest color here and put that all over my lid. It's like a slightly shimmery beige, champagne-y color. It's really pretty. It's a great all over eye color. Okay, that's what it is so far. Now I'm going to take the middle color. I'm gonna put it on like the outer second half of my eye, and then bringing it up a little bit beyond my crease, like in between here and my crease, just like right in here. And then I'm gonna kind of blend those areas together. Play with your eye. You can bring it a little bit further over if that looks good on you. I have hooded eyes, which means the top part of my lid here folds over this. And so I try to, with hooded eyes, I try to draw the attention in a diagonal this way to heighten and highlight the movement going that way. So I don't take dark colors as much over here because I am working with my features and I specifically need that for hooded eyes. Okay, I'm gonna go over here and do this. I put it on the outer corner, like this half of my eyelid, and then just above my crease. And blend it, probably tap it in there and blend it one more time. These colors are so gorgeous to blend. They blend so well. Really love this color. Okay, that's how it is so far. And then I'm going to use the last color, which is kind of like this reddish. It comes off as a warm color. In this palette, I'm going to use just a slightly smaller eyeshadow brush because I'm going to get this in my crease. So I'm going to dot it a couple times in my crease. And then again, for my hooded eyes, I kind of need to take it a little bit higher. I'm going to do that in a second. I'm going to do this. I try to stay even on both sides. So what I do to one side, I do to the other side. Then I'll move on. Keep myself even here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do with my hooded eyes is just kind of relax and see where the natural crease kind of, not the natural crease, but where my eyelids want to make the natural crease. It's a little bit different because I just have a little bit extra skin on my eyelid. When I do that, then I'm gonna blend the two lines. Here's my actual crease. Up here is the pretend crease that my eyelid does. And then so for me, I'm just blending those two. And that just like brightens up the eye. This color is a warm glow. It's really cute. Blend. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at them for myself, see if I need to make any adjustments. Here it is. I love that. I'm just checking all angles to see if I am totally blended or not. Maybe blend a little bit more over here. There's the finished look with all three colors on the vintage season. Really pretty. Okay, so I've got my eyeshadow on. Next I'm gonna take the violet color of eyeliner. This is the Extra Last. It stays on so good. I put it on my hand the other day to show what it looked like, and it took a while to like wash it off. So it stays really, really good. I love it. So what I do is I try to do a thin line starting at the inside corner, and then I bring it out. You can get a little, gradually a little thicker towards the outer corner. But generally you want to keep it kind of thin right here so you can keep light colors right here and open up your eye that way. Also at the edge, I've gotten to the edge here. I'm just going to do a slight flick up. I keep a really natural look, so my little flick does not go as far as other people's. This is just a natural look. This is the way I do it for every day. And then I'm going to do this side before I do the bottom. If you mess up a little bit, you can smudge it with the other side. And it kind of just evens out the line if you kind of like were a little wobbly. So I've brought it out to this corner and I'm just gonna do this little flick up. What that does for me is when I've got my eyelashes done with mascara, it blends into my eyelash line. So it just like creates a full look and presence of my eyelashes. Okay, so this is what I do for the bottom part of my lid. I go from the outside and then to about 3/4 of the way over and then try to diffuse the line. I don't go all the way in. It's a little harsh. So for a natural look, just go 3/4 of the way on the bottom. Okay, just diffuse that on 3/4 of the way over. These go on so smooth. They're not harsh. They also, when you need a little more, you can twist them up. So it's really easy to use. Okay, just diffusing that a little bit. Okay, so that's violet. It looks pretty natural, but it will give a hint in the light of a pretty like purplish color, which I like. It kind of plays off the little bit of red that I've got going on. I think it's cute. I wear violet anytime that I'm wearing like blues and grays. And then if I'm wearing browns and reds and tans, then I'll use a brown eyeliner. So that was violet. Next, I've got the 3D mascara. I'll show you this one. It comes with a very, very full mascara brush. And there's just so much product on there. It's just so full. I've never seen such a full mascara brush. So I've got long eyelashes. It works really well on my long eyelashes. I think it'll work really well on extensions too. I don't know with it being like fat and thick how well it works on short lashes, but if you try it, let me know how it goes. You might need a little bit thinner brush. Maybe the Star Look mascara has a thinner portion when you get to here and then it goes to fat. So the fat part can really lengthen your eyelashes really well and add all that product on there to make them so long. So you want that part, especially for the